All right, let's do this.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us here on another episode of Free Beer with Charlie. Remember, this is a show where we guarantee we'll never ask you to hit the subscribe button.
Or ring that bell.
That's right. Why would we?
I don't know.
Doesn't make sense.
I would think people would understand to do that.
Oh, they do. We want to welcome you all here to the show. Glad you could make it. We always miss you when you're gone.
Oh, and we hope our free beer community's had a good week. Big Al, how was yours?
Oh, it was a great week. It's a beautiful place to live here in the Ozark Mountains. Things are quiet.
And there's just something about summer here.
Yeah. So we got a very interesting beer to look at today. It's going to be exciting.
Yes, coming out of Lenexa, Kansas.
Lenexa, Kansas. Yes, it has a great backstory.
Oh, it does. The one thing I thought was impressive is their slogan, Big Al, is refuse to be defined.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, that alone, I was like, wait a minute. So anyway, the name of the company is Limitless Brewing.
So this is the beer we've been talking about, right?
Yes, it is. Now what this is the OPA Pilsner. I mean, what do you think of the can on that and the label?
Man, I mean, that is really easy to read.
It is. I think it tells everything on here. It's the OPA Pilsner. It's 1 pint, which we have to be thankful
we like that,
of.
yeah.
We like the 1 pint, and 5% alcohol by volume.
Yeah, right there in big print.
And one thing we'll have to bring up, I love their logo. I love the Limitless Brewing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And
now, that looks like some kind of a high school beer label.
well, it does by the colors.
Yeah, it's just, a couple colors.
And
like you would,
that makes me wonder, because this is the first brewery coming out of Lenexa, Kansas.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it does correlate to the high school or something.
Maybe.
Lenexa. Could.
What's an OPA? I've heard of IPA.
To be honest, I don't know.
Oh, what are you doing here? Just having your own show. So what is an OPA?
Actually, an OPA is an Oat Pale Ale.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming this has oats in it.
Yes.
This could be breakfast beer. This is your oatmeal.
A good chance.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm anxious to try this
Put
one.
some blueberries in it? Yeah. Yeah, so, with beer being a popular product, and there being so many different varieties in different towns, you think about all the towns and cities and
Oh my gosh.
everything, and the different breweries in each one, and there's always something new for people to try.
I mean, even if you have to get your beer from your local brewery curbside,
Right?
they're still doing it. They're still there. They're
Yeah.
still an essential business, and I think it's fantastic that we have that. We have that. So many breweries close to us.
So if you need to do a drive-by beering, I mean, at least that you're supporting the brewery and you're trying some different things. Right in your area, there's probably lots of beers you haven't tried. For most people, that's true.
Yeah, most anymore, and that's the thing. And I think that's probably why Big Al and I are so focused on the craft breweries, because you've got people who are doing their own thing, trying to build community around it. Because right now, more than ever, what do we need?
Well, we need to come together.
Well, we need beer too. So
We need to come together with beer.
if we can come together with beer, what's better?
Come together with 2 beers.
Exactly. And once again, our local breweries, hey, guess what? They may not just have this beer that you like,
Yeah.
they may have 2 or 3. Still, that's probably my fascination with the craft brewers is Big Al and I can take the same products, the same ingredients, and Big Al's beer will taste different than mine.
Yeah.
Now, does that make his better than mine?
Probably,
but that's not important right now. The point is, it's all about the art. It's all about, once again, if we can bring our communities together through this little thing called beer, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time to crack this thing up.
I'm definitely thirsty.
Let's do
I'm
this.
definitely ready to see what Lenexa has to offer for us.
Exactly.
And once again, I can't reiterate enough, I love our craft breweries doing the pints.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to beat a pint unless you get a quart.
Oh. And then that's a win-win.
Slight haze to that. It's a pretty color.
Oh, it is a pretty color.
Yeah.
It is a little slight haze.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's a little stinky.
It's got a little funk to it.
This isn't going to be one of those beers, is it?
Yeah.
Let's hope not.
Me too, yeah. I'm hoping not.
Just with that being said, what do you think that is on our scale from
pleasant to unpleasant?
Yeah.
I think it's just slightly unpleasant.
Yeah, it's not that
It's
bad.
not crazy.
Probably
I'm
negative.
not holding my nose.
Probably -1.
Yeah, probably a -1.
Well, Big Al, it's a dirty job, but let's try it.
All right. Very interesting.
Yeah,
That's good.
it is good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now. Is that oats I'm tasting? There's a graininess there.
Yeah.
That's a little different than
It's got
a
a
lager or something.
right. It's got a little bit more. It's got to be the oats.
I like it.
Because we've talked about Pilsners here on Free Beer before, and you know, it's kind of like the red ales. We just
Yeah.
have never. There's something about a Pilsner, but this is a step above. It's a notch above.
Yeah. A lot of Pilsners I'm not real crazy about.
What do you think about that on bittersweet?
Probably just a 1, like a lager. Even though it's a different flavor, slightly.
Yeah,
I mean, it's got a lager kind of a base to it.
yeah, and I agree with that. I think it's definitely a lager base to it. But
What would you classify this in our classifications? I mean, is there a traditional for an oatmeal? Oatmeal Pale Ale, is that a traditional beer? Or is that kind of a new thing?
I think that's a new thing.
Oh.
I think probably this is more a guzzler than a traditional.
I'd go with that. Yeah, I could drink a big, you don't have to sip this or take
No.
it easy. This is easy to drink.
And you know, we need to reiterate to our community, even though it had a little funk there at the beginning, after it's
There's no funk in the flavor.
yeah, there's no funk in the flavor, and after it's
It's
aired,
a funkless flavor.
yeah, it's a funkless flavor. But I rather enjoy that. That's a good beer.
That is good.
So what do you think overall?
I think it's, okay, so here's the thing. It doesn't really have a wow factor,
No.
but we don't have to be wowed with every beer we drink.
Well, that's true.
There's something about just drinking a good beer.
Well, and I think a lot of the intrigue, a lot of the fun to me is the fact that that's a good beer. Now, like Big Al said, it may not be one of those wow beers, but we could drink this. I mean,
yeah.
we could guzzle this.
Yeah.
But once again, what did wow me is the Limitless Brewing. I love their refuse to be defined. I love their sunburst. I love their outreach to the community. I mean, you know, if we could do that with the world right now, would this not be fantastic?
That'd be great.
Would this not be back to the America
Yeah.
we grew up with?
Yes. I remember that place.
Yeah.
So, overall, probably a 3.
Probably 3, yeah. And we need to reiterate that, you know, when Big Al and I give a beer 3, that's a good beer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is a very drinkable, easy, guzzling beer. The only difference is we like to look towards the wow factor, but I definitely think this is a good, solid
Oh, yeah. I'd buy this. No problem. Oh, yeah.
So Big Al,
Charlie?
here's to God, guns, and rock and roll.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, yeah. Everybody needs to try that.
Yeah, that's a good one. You guys get in the Lenexa area, check them out.
And don't forget, I'm Big Al.
I'm Charlie.
Until next time. And you know what else? It's got a really great story.
It does.
Thank you, Steve. It's been a great week this week here at the Ozark in the... That was such a doozy. Okay.
We're this close.
So, it's been a great week here in the Ozark Mountains.
It has been.
Yeah. Remember, this is the show that will always never do that. That will always never
ever ask you
to never don't
ever. That's always where we're good, is when we bounce things off each other, because that flows better.
Because our two brains together make one.
Almost one, yeah. Almost a whole brain.
Almost a whole brain.